Hello guys, welcome back. No, I'm not depressed. Actually, I've been running around like crazy, so I have the lights off. Guess what? He didn't come, he didn't come, right? So I called because Odin was like, you have to trust me, show me you trust me. So I called to cancel. And the guy's like, refresh my memory. And I told him, and he's like, oh, blowing wind that day? And I was like, yeah. He goes, yeah, I knew it was just the gasket in the window. I'm like, he could have told me this a week ago. The roof is fine. He's like, yeah, if it was your roof, the walls would have been wet, mush, and everything. So the roof is fine. And I thanked him and I canceled. And Loki, right away, he saw his opportunity. Loki pounces, he goes, pizza? Because we do something we call Treatsa. Anytime they've saved me a couple hundred or a couple $1,000s, and I've been fortunate, I might not make money, but I save it. So I said, yeah, we'll get Treatsa. So we ordered a Hawaiian pizza, which we've never had, but it sounds good because it's ham and pineapple. Sounds good. And we've been cooking with pineapple too, so I'm like, must be like a vitamin C thing. Maybe Odin's like, here, have some vitamin C. So he seemed interested in that. They like ham. So, yeah, I'm hearing back her ham. So, Loki, Loki gets into that weird state where I think he's gonna start to drool. He likes food. Odin likes food, and I was just so thankful. So that video is actually from the day I discovered the gasket, and strangely, we've had wind and rain ever since then, and I've never had a problem again. I think it was just Odin saying, hey, your emotions are blocked. You're running away from me. Stop running. And he doesn't realize there's this wolf that feels like it's about the size of a steam train chasing you. And he's like, stop running. Why are you running? And you start to run faster, and he starts to run faster. But he's actually very gentle and sweet. He just doesn't want you to run. He wants you to be brave. And he let me see a thing. I think he wanted me to see this thing on wolf pups. Wolves are very tender with their pups. And when a wolf pup is first born, they're deaf and blind, and they can't walk. They can just drag themselves around by their front paws after a couple of days. Their little front legs work, but the back legs are the last thing to start working. So it was like, you can be this tiny helpless wolf pup with him, but you have to show trust that he's going to take care of you and provide for you. So I was more than happy to get them Treatsa. The wolf should be coming sometime. One thing I've noticed about Wild Republic is they're supposed to ship within a day. They would have done that if I would have ordered it earlier and overdrawn my account, but they didn't do it. So his wolf hasn't shipped. I'm like, why should ship Beltane? So he might have a May wolf. And someone had said, well, could it be towards Beltane? And he has been like, he and Loki have been nudging me about Beltane. So we watched this video about Beltane, and that was interesting about Odin and Beltane. So it's kind of a recap, I guess, of the last video, but I was so happy. And we got this gorgeous deer skull with flowers on it from Oculus for the home. I guess they feel bad for us because the Oculus S is coming out, so they're probably going to abandon the Rift. And they were like, here, have a deer skull. It's pretty. It has flowers on it. And I got that right from Phil Beltane in perfect timing because, you know, he is a god of death, and that isn't a bad thing. And, Phil Hulda, if you work with her, she's death, life, rebirth, you know, all the good stuff. So we put that in the main hall, and the main hall looks very different now. And then the second hall looks like what the main hall started out looking like, the kick-ass flame door and everything. And we're keeping it to 2 halls. We're kind of feeling nice and lazy because I'm like, well, if I don't have all these gods to serve, if it's only going to be mainly Odin and Loki, I'm taking my time. 2 halls is enough. I heard Becker, now you need 3. I need 1. I need 1 so bad. So maybe it'll be 3 halls, and then it'll be the sacred number 3. Odin will be happy. Loki will have his own hall. He'll be happy. I heard more. He's wound up. He's so excited. But I had read my horoscope, and they were like, you have to make this big decision. And the big decision was I had to trust Odin. I had to make that call and cancel. And that's when I found out it was kind of like a test. He'll find the one thing you're most afraid of, and he'll test you with it. And I was most afraid that the roof was going to fall off the house. It was just one of those rational fears that people develop. I worked hand to goddess with a woman who had a terrifying phobia. I shouldn't laugh, I'm sorry, but she was terrified of chickens. I've even tried to look it up over the years, and people are like, no, nobody's terrified of chickens. This woman was. She was terrified of chickens. She would cry, she would sob. She could eat eggs and she could eat chickens, but she was terrified of the living animal. So everybody has a strange, irrational fear. And, you know, it was good. Odin just kind of wanted to test me out on that, and Loki was helping him. I know Loki was helping him, and Loki's back here like, yeah. So we're gonna get the Treatsa, and the skull is beautiful. I'm like, oh, it's a deer skull, and they put flowers on it. It's for Beltane. Oh, sweetie, come look, it's a skull. And he has like his flaming skull on the second thing. It's like a skull handle coming out of it. And his coffin-shaped bookcase, and he's like, oh, she really does like me as the god of the hanged. Aw. He's got his spear and his shield and his helm back and everything else. So we're just trying to put a little bit of Odin in every temple. He has so many endless aspects, just like Loki, that I could have 90 temples for each god and not scratch the surface, because there would be this one little facet that you could dedicate a whole temple to, but it's all good. So, we're going to enjoy the Treatsa later, and we hope you guys have a happy Beltane if we don't see you. That deer skull is pretty. I was really surprised, because they've given us deer stuff before, and I'm like, I'm surprised that they will give that to us, because, you know, the times they are changing, and I'm like, wow, I'm surprised they would give us, you know, it's BR, it's a fantasy, but I'm still surprised they would give us, and we have a cowhide rug too, so we're the bad people with animal products in our home. And so it was all good. So he's really happy, and the wolf will eventually be here. 30 inches of wolf. I got out my yardstick. I'm like, oh, that's pretty big when it's tall and not long. That's gonna be a tall wolf. So if you guys like what you see, like, comment, and subscribe. I'm just so relieved, guys, because I was like, how am I going to live? That's gonna be so much money. It wasn't the roof at all. It was just blowing when it was a gasket. I haven't seen it come back, but if it does come back, I will try to figure out how to do a window. I don't know windows from anything, guys, and these windows are probably my age or older. So yeah, they're at least older than me. So they're over 40 years old. There aren't even any gaskets on these windows. I don't know what to do. So I have no idea. And people are like, well, just go out and get like window sealer, and I have it, but I also have essential tremors, so I'm gonna have to find a victim. I mean, a volunteer, and say, could you please sell my windows for me, please? So if you guys like what you see, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you later. Bye bye.